What is going on, everybody? It's Civil here, and we are not going through the typical intro. We're going to try to make this thing fast because we have a new gameplay trailer to review. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe right now. Hit the like button for more Madden 21 content. Make sure you stick around till the end of the video. We are watching this once through, and they're reviewing different parts of it. So make sure you do not leave early because you do not want to miss some of the stuff that you may have missed yourself, okay? I've seen this a couple times, but I do want to just watch it once through with you guys and talk about it as we watch through and go through it. This was released on Madden's official Twitter, so EA Madden NFL if you guys want to see that. And of course, as I try to start it, we just kind of buzz out right there. So let's get into it. Right here we see some different intros, some different cool little stuff. This is nothing exciting though, nothing too crazy right here. As you see Gronk right here, that's cool. I like seeing Gronk right there. That's cool. We didn't get to see Gronk in this past Madden besides an Ultimate Team. That's cool to see him. And they threw in some NFL clips right here, and as you know, kind of like tidbit of what they're gonna be talking about. We see Joey Bosa getting free, sacking him. We see Khalil Mack getting to Carson. And what this is gonna be basically foreshadowing is going to be a new pass rushing feature of, I don't know, totally. Look, you guys see, that's with the right stick. Now, once again, we will be going through this again after we watch this through the first time. This trailer is about 4 minutes long. This is kind of interesting. I don't really care a whole lot about this, and the reason I say that is because most or all competitive play is not using your defensive alignment engaging in pass rushing moves. So while it's cool that they seem to have overhauled the feature, because now it seems like you're using your right stick, which was before, I think you just spammed X or time it correctly. This one, not really crazy. As we see different juke moves, a hurdle. I've seen a lot of hurdling in this trailer. And in the last trailer that they released, I believe a week ago, there was a lot of hurdling done, and that, I guess it's kind of concerning. I can't lie, it's a little weird. I guess it'd be kind of funny if hurdling was like the go-to move, like like trucking's been, or like armbar's been, or juking's been. If hurdling was, I guess that'd be kind of more funny. So honestly, I'm for hurdling Madden 21. It'd be great to see someone hurdle for thousands of dollars. Right there, George Kittle with a huge truck, and Christian McCaffrey making some people miss. But once again, we see another hurdle by Saquon Barkley right there. Not really seeing anything crazy yet, though. That does seem to be a different tackling animation. This is where they're going to go in their little tidbit about realistic open field tackling. And there is some stuff I want to talk about here a little bit more once we get through this the first time, okay? There's definitely some more stuff. As you see, Kevin Byard breaking down Harrison Smith, getting in on that one. Right here, this little clip right here is something I want to talk about quite a bit. And then along with, not this one, but rather this one, I want to talk about a little bit more in detail. And also, guys, notice that we do get a chance to be able to see this scoreboard. It looks a little bit more, someone mentioned in my comments, Yanyo, I believe, who's a frequent Twitch viewer and one of the best mods, by the way. So if you guys are interested in watching me play live, make sure you go into the comments or go into the description right now and check out the Twitch, Mr. Civ on Twitch. Drop a follow over there to watch live gameplay, live regs. Tonight I'll be live at 10:30 Eastern, but authenticity improvements. We see, it looks like, for a second I thought Nick Bosa was looking at Russell Wilson's butt. Nonetheless, so we see Odell right there, getting a little fancy on him. Eckler getting hit sticked. And this is going to be leading into something which I'm wondering if we'll be in more competitive play or not. It's definitely cool for like franchise, but we're going to see that they're going to talk about being able to celebrate anywhere, and it should be showing a gameplay, actual like live gameplay thing for here in a second. Right here it is, and you're going to see the options going to pop up to, oh shoot, not yet. We see Baker Mayfield throwing a pick that was under pressure and accurate. See right there, the option to, savor the moment we see pop up. When you just celebrate like a first down, you also can be able to celebrate some sacks too. We're going to see that one right here. He's coming off the edge, able to take him down for the sack. And you guys see that popping up. We see Julian Edelman right there. I don't know who the hell's throwing to Julian Edelman, but so I can't imagine he'll ever be celebrating. But so celebrate everywhere, I guess that's kind of a cool thing. My face cam's kind of covering that wording up, but it did say celebrate everywhere. I guess it's kind of cool. I'm not really like crazy about it. It doesn't really mean a whole lot to me specifically, but that is the first run of it. And don't click off just yet, guys. We're going through into a full review of this to really see what exactly right here, these Bucks unis look so nice. I know I'm a Bucks fan, but these look nice. Gronk sitting right there, that looks nice. I'm a huge fan of that. So once again, guys, I do want to mention this just because this is a new feature that they seem to be pushing pretty hard. Let's see if we can get into the actual gameplay part of it. I do want to talk about So we'll go through this real fast. We'll go through this. Right here, they talk about new pass rush moves. This is not a new pass rush move. This is an inside zone split of some sort, or some kind of split block. You see this is a tight end number 83 coming across to block Aaron Donald off the edge. And he's going to get thrown to the ground, which that animation, if we watch that in full time, that's already animation you'll see a lot if you run 0-1 trap. And you see he even tackles James Michelle or Sony Michelle right here. So this is not a new animation right there. And when I first saw it, that scared me a lot. Although a new animation that there is coming up here in a second. And you see right here, let's actually pause this for a second. And we're going to see the right stick. So now you're using the right stick to do pass rush. And we're going to have this little timer or something that you have to match up. And we're going to see in this clip that they're able to get a good one. And we hold RT. Once again, you have to get a feel for this because I'm not totally sure exactly how this works. But you're able to get a clean rush right there. You see it was green. This time, they mess it up. The spin is red. You know, they mess up this timer bar right here. And, of course, they don't get off the block, and they're able to hold it. Right here, this is what's curious. Let's slow this back a second. This linebacker is coming in. You can't see him, but 68 right in front of him is a linebacker. That's Matthew Judon, I believe. And he just gets a straight bull rush, knocking him over, getting a free run onto the quarterback. And I am very, very curious to see if this is something that is, how frequent this animation is. Because this is kind of a wild animation when we really think about it, where one of our offensive linemen just got obliterated by somebody. And if this is something that's frequent, I'm just curious what we can do to make this more of a frequent animation, I guess. Because this blows it up. And if you see that as a quarterback, you're scared. I mean, look at that. You're scared. Well, we're going to run through this in real time real quick. Boom. Just right through. Coming right at. Oh, jeez. Right here we see Nick Bosa celebrating after the sack. And right here, something to note is that immediately after getting his hands on the ball, he is able to make juke moves. I mean, he tucks it for a second and is able to make juke moves. Which, I mean, that's something that we can already do, but it's cool to see that they did not, like, they didn't change how quickly we were able to make moves. Right there. These are a little different animations in terms of, you know, right there's a hurdle. I'm very curious about why there's so many hurdles. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very, very curious why there's so many hurdles. But that's a new juke move. Right here, what's curious about Lamar Jackson is that it looks like he almost takes a step. It looks like he takes a jab step to the right and then hits him with a spin. We'll run it back in real time real fast for you guys to see. But it looks like boom, jab step then. But right here, it looks like this is all part of one fluid spin animation. As you see, it looks like a little jab step. What's interesting is see this user spin pop up. Notice when it pops up right here. It pops up after the second guy comes in and doesn't actually get sucked into an animation really at the same time as the spin, but rather after the spin, and that still pops up. So that seems to affect defenders. Like, it seemed to affect a defender after he already did the move, which is odd. Which is very, very odd. I can't lie. George Kittle with a big truck right there. Christian McCaffrey with another juke. Able to get off that one. And more hurdling we see by Saquon Barkley. I gotta see this hurdling, guys. I really, really do need to see this hurdling. Oh, man. I need to see Jamal Adams. Now, this is where they're getting back into to talk about the gameplay, or the tackling, rather. And I do have some words for this. I do. Right here we see Kevin Byard, I believe that is, getting in on the tackle. And Harrison Smith. Yep, we've already seen this once. Right here, so if you guys have seen this at all, you guys probably noticed this the very first time. Watch this guy right here. He's going to fly right by. So it looks like he just misses a very, very easy open field tackle. Let me just do that. But it looks like he misses a very, very open field tackle. But instead, what actually happens is that, notice that he's actually going for the pick. Now, this is not good, but he's going for the pick right here. Now, this, I don't really know what to make of this because it also says inaccurate bullet pass, so it's almost like the inaccuracy messed up the cornerback to go for a pick like he did. I'm not totally sure, but it also says inaccurate when it doesn't. I guess you'd have to see the full route stem, but let's see if we can get this. It seems like it's just a normal flat route, to be honest with you, or maybe, I'm not totally sure. I think it has to be a flat. And I mean, it says inaccurate. Not totally sure. I mean, it seems accurate enough to me of what. I'm not sure what route this was though. But once again, we're gonna see. People think that, I saw this on Twitter. People think this is just a missed tackle, where instead this is the defender going for the interception, which is something that usually happens with the click on. you'll go for a pick behind somebody and you'll animate yourself out of the play. Whereas this is a CPU defender doing it, which is kind of a little frustrating. Notice up in the top left though, this is on the arcade game mode, or game type rather. You know, there's arcade competitive simulation. So I guess just take that into account. I'm not right here. I mean, we've seen this animation before, this kind of rolling animation. Able to get the tackle. That tackle is pretty cool. And right here we're gonna see that spin does not work. Able to get another tackle. This one, I mean, I guess it depends. It makes me curious how much like weight and stuff is going to play into a factor. This obviously these guys are similarly built, but it seems like right here with this tackle animation, the only way to get tackled like this, it almost feels like he's not running hard. You know what I'm saying? Like momentum wise, you would think that you'd be able to fall forward right here a little bit more. I don't know, maybe that's just me being nitpicky, or me being, I don't know, I might just be totally wrong on that. Cool, really cool tackle right there. And you see, I mean, we're going to get into some of the celebrations here in a second as well. That's a new juke move. And that is a new tackle right there as well, which is kind of a cool tackle animation. As you see, it almost feels like he's putting the ball forward, which, if that's the case, I'm curious how that affects different players, how different players are going to start doing that. Once again, we're not totally sure, obviously. We don't have a whole lot of information besides that right there. But I am curious how players are going to start using that. Whether or not, you know, right there you see he does the first down sign too. So I'm curious if that means people are going to be holding the ball out closer to the first down marker, if they have clutch trait, maybe, you know, different things like that. If they'll be reaching for the pylon for end zone, for the touchdown. I don't know. But this can be going to some of the celebration. This is something that I'm curious if it'll be in like weekend league even. I don't know. Obviously, this will, of course, be in CFM. And this is on simulation mode, too. Notice that. This is on simulation. Which is just, I guess, something to note right here. Boom. We get under pressure, inaccurate. So, we are keeping, if you guys have not noticed, we are keeping this and the bottom under pressure, inaccurate bullet pass. I already talked about this a little bit, but under pressure, inaccurate is still a thing, which is frustrating. Although in this situation, I don't mind it as much in this situation off the back foot, but as he's getting hit off the back foot and throwing it right to him. On the run. Alright, so yeah, all those are still the same. You see save the moment up here. We talked about this once already. And Las Vegas Raiders, that's our first look at that. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, no, it's a save of the moment animation basically. Julian Edelman celebrating. Like I said, I don't know when he would ever celebrate. I really don't. So some cool animation. I'm curious if these will be in weekend league after first downs and touchdowns and interceptions and stuff like that. I have no idea. One thing I want to point out with the scoreboard, let's see if we can find it real fast. Because like I've mentioned before, this is some of our first looks at the scoreboard. Besides the one tip we had in the release trailer. And so yeah, so with this one right here, the current scoreboard, if you go into Madden 20 and play as Buccaneers, you'll see this flag protruding out of the top of the scoreboard. Here, it does not. It's, you know, it's very, very flat. It seems like maybe there's a little bump. I can't even tell me that. I think that's just a background too. So yeah, it's very, it's, you know, it's a straight line. It's a straight line across. So that is a change they made to the scoreboard. Looks, one of my, someone did mention, like I said, that it looks like the CBS scoreboard, and yeah, there's no protruding out of it. The Vikings, I believe these horns went out the top of it too. I could be wrong on that, but I do know the Bucks, they went out the top. The flag did at least, which, I mean, obviously, I actually do like this a little bit more than the current scoreboard, although I'm not huge into cosmetics like that. But with that being said, guys, that's about wrap this up. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you want more Madden 21 content, make sure you guys hit the freaking like button. If you have not already, subscribe to the channel, guys. There's all types of great content and news and all sorts of stuff to get better at Madden over here. Check out one of my live streams, link in the description below, at Mr. Civ on Twitch. And I will see you guys all in the next video.